Another 3-2 pitch. Spanked to center field. It's going to get a run home. Henderson makes the catch. Bell tags. Fernandez will hold at second. It's 1-0 Toronto.
You just had a chance to see the difference in the throwing yards among these outfielders.
The runners go on the 3-2 pitch, and it's lined through the hole. They'll have at least one more. And then Canseco kicks it in right, which isn't going to cost them. Fernandez scores. Gruber stops at third. 2-0 Toronto. Realistic move on my part. The 0-1 pitch. Well hit. Wow. Goodbye. I mean, this is crushed. Under Bobby Cox. Here's a blast to deep right. Canseco turning to the track, to the wall, gone. Ernie Witt makes it 3-1 Toronto.
And especially for Ricky.
Opposite way, could drop, does drop. Lansford being waved home by Latchman. No play from Bell. And now you finally get the feeling on an October night in Oakland that the battle has been joined. His mates have 5 off Stewart. And McGuire may have just tied it. First pitch, see you later. Most in the majors. Grounded to short. They're going to turn it. Fernandez to Liriano. Takeout slide. And the throw gets away. Ricky Henderson made the play.
There's going to be a big argument. They're going to ask for a call out at first base. And according to the letter of the rule, they should call him out.
It gets away. There it is. Witt throws to the plate. Now he just holds on. He looked at it, realized he didn't have a play. And then everybody blames you anyway. Lansford hits it through the middle. They've got another run. One-two pitch. Down the right field line, Canseco chasing it, and Jose makes a nice running catch. So there's his contribution to a 7-3 A's win in Game 1.
Todd Stottlemyre and Mike Moore, the starting pitchers in Game 2. Stottlemyre with a 10.13 ERA in 3 starts last year against Oakland. Moore, an important free agent signing by the A's last winter. But the difference in this series so far is that Ricky Henderson plays in Oakland. He was on base 3 times, scored twice, and broke up a crucial double play opportunity in Game 1. And in Game 2, he walked, stole second and third, and scored the tying run in the bottom of the 4th inning on a base hit by Carney Lansford. Stottlemyre threw more than 30 pitches in that 4th inning. One of them, Mark McGuire, whacked down the left field line to score Lansford with the go-ahead run. Make it 2-1 Oakland at this point in the game. Meanwhile, the Toronto offense continues to struggle, and even when the hitters make contact, players like Tony Phillips were on hand to rob Lloyd Mosby of a base hit and save what would have been the tying run. Nelson Liriano was stranded at third. And while the Blue Jay bats were silent, Oakland's big hitters were getting to Stottlemyre. Dave Parker hit the first pitch of the Oakland 6th into the right field bleachers for his first ever postseason home run. Hard to believe. And when Mark McGuire followed with his 3rd hit of the game, Stottlemyre was gone in favor of Jim Acker. The line score for Stottlemyre read 3 runs on 7 hits through 5+ innings. Acker couldn't do much better. 2 hits and a sacrifice fly later, he was gone. The A's had a 5-1 lead, and Oakland is 88-4 this season when leading in the late innings. Acker replaced by David Wells. Henderson was back at it in the last of the 7th inning, stealing 3rd and later scoring on a Toronto error. Henderson now with 6 steals and as many attempts in the first 2 games of this series. The Jays' big hitters threatened in the 8th as Toronto loaded the bases with nobody out. McGriff delivered 1 run with a single to right field, and Bell delivered another when he grounded into a double play. But the rally fell far short. Oakland prevails 6-3, leads the series 2-0.
Silent so far.
In the air to right. It's Felix's play as Henderson tags. Lansford does the same. Junior throws for third. Lansford has the ball hit him and kick off to the side. Henderson scores, and it's 1-0 Oakland. Lansford lines it to center. In comes Mosby. It falls in front of him. Ricky clapping his hands as he comes trotting home. The man who scored more runs in this decade than any player has scored both runs tonight. The 1-2 pitch. Here's a drive to deep right center. Parker got all of this, and it's over the fence and gone.
He got a hanging curveball from Jimmy Key. that he just stayed with.
The 0-2 pitch. Here's a drive to center field. May or may not be deep enough. Henderson lost it. Now he backpedals to make the catch. Mosby scores. Wilson to third. McGriff holds first. Hit sharply by the diving McGuire. Possible extra bases. Fernandez looking for a double. Canseco kicks it. They're waving McGriff home. Here comes the throw. He is safe. This might drop. Henderson charging. Toronto has the lead. The 1-2 pitch. A liner through the box, base hit. One run home. Gruber stopped. It's 5-3. Look for it here. They can trot in. From the stretch, Nelson. Base hit through the right side. Toronto pours it on. McLaren waves Felix in. Canseco's throw has him.
Oh, what a throw. What a block off by Steinbach.
Henke's 1-1 pitch. Hit to short. Fernandez. That'll do it. The Blue Jays finally take wing in Game 3.
Blue Jays fans continuing to take it out on the messenger, Bob Costas in this case, hoping the Jays could take a bite out of the A's and get rolling. Jays have a chance early with a man on second, but Manny Lee to Gallego, and Gallego guns him down.
Nice backhand play and leaping throw.
A's, on the other hand, taking advantage of their opportunities. A man on third, Ricky Henderson. He kills you with speed, and he kills you with power. A two-run shot. It's 2-0 Oakland. Still in the third. Speaking of power, Jose Canseco, and just sit back and admire this one.
If it's fair, he's got it.
Whoa!
And it settles into the upper deck.
Oh my goodness! Now, if Dave Parker stands up in the dugout and says, "Look at that," you know it was a monster shot. Jays get another chance in the fourth. Bases loaded, nobody out. Manny Lee whiffs, but the fans are still with the Jays. Junior Felix steps in. Bases still loaded. There's Kelly Gruber holding up. Gallego tags. They can't get the out at first. That allows a run to score. It's 3-1 at this point, but that is all the Jays can get in the inning. Fifth inning, man on for Ricky Henderson, and Ricky Henderson again smokes the Blue Jays. Another two-run shot. It's 5-1 Oakland. The Jays chip away at the lead in the seventh. Man on second, Pat Borders. Tony Fernandez through the stop sign. He doesn't even get a throw. It's 6-3, Oakland on top. Eighth inning, Mookie Wilson. He's going with the pitch. Fred McGriff gets it past Gallego. Here comes Wilson. Here comes the throw. 6-5, the Jays coming back. Ricky Henderson gets on. More good news for Toronto because he is picked off by John Cerruti. And the Jays fans saying so long to Ricky and keeping their fingers crossed. A man on, 2 outs. Dennis Eckersley to Lee Mazzilli.
Popped up left side. Mazzilli tosses the bat aside in disgust.
And Tony Phillips just gives it the squeeze. And it was Oakland putting the squeeze on Toronto. 6-5 the final score. Ricky Henderson continuing to put the squeeze on the Blue Jays. No stolen bases this afternoon, but a couple of two-run homers. The guy's amazing.
Ricky Henderson leads off the game with a walk. Then he steals second. That's his 8th stolen base of the series, a new Major League postseason record. Ricky Henderson always comes back to haunt you as usual. Jose Canseco fists a single to center on an 0-2 pitch. Henderson comes in to score, and Oakland led 1-0. Then in the bottom of the second inning, the Jays have men on second and third. Dave Stewart gets Junior Felix to ground out, killing the threat. That's so typical of what the Blue Jays did in this series. We go to the top of the third. The A's strike again with Walt Weiss on second. Who else? But Henderson wraps one that goes all the way to the wall. The only thing Henderson hadn't done in this series yet was hit a triple. He does it here. Weiss scores easily. 2-0 Athletics. Top of the seventh. Athletics have runners on first and third. Terry Steinbach singles to shallow left. That scores Dave Henderson. 3-0 Athletics, and that spells the end of the road for Dave Steve. Bottom of the 8th inning, Stewart is still pitching shutout baseball, but with a single swing of the bat, Lloyd Mosby takes Stewart deep and out of the ballpark. It was 4-1 Oakland. Then top of the 8th inning, Jays keep coming. Down 3 runs. George Bell leads off the inning with a solo homer to left. That'll be it for Stewart. The A's lead now cut to 4-2. So you bring in the stopper. Dennis Eckersley comes in to close the door with Oakland leading 4-3. Junior Felix at the plate. He swings through the pitch. The Oakland Athletics win the American League Championship Series for the 2nd year in a row. The final again in this one was 4-3. Oakland wins the series 4-1. Ricky Henderson was named the American League Championship Series Most Valuable Player. No surprise. He really was the catalyst in the Oakland success.